Have you ever looked at a masterpiece like Angkor Wat and just thought, how? How did they build this magnificent temple complex in the early 12th century without any of the modern tools we rely on today? We're talking about millions of sandstone blocks, some weighing several tons, all assembled into one of the largest religious monuments in the world. What's even more baffling is that there are no surviving written records from that time that explain their construction methods. It's a historical black box. So, what forgotten technology did the ancient Khmer civilization possess to make this wonder of the world possible? Let's start with the first massive challenge. Getting the stones. The sandstone used for Angkor Wat was quarried from the holy mountain of Panam Kulan, which is over 50 kilometers away. How did they transport millions of tons of rock across that distance? For years, people have theorized about using elephants to drag the stones on rollers or floating them on rafts down the Siem Reap River and across the Tonle Sap Lake. But recent research points to something far more ingenious. A complex network of canals. Archaeologists believe the Khmer engineers created a sophisticated hydraulic system specifically to float the heavy blocks from the quarry directly to the construction site. It was a massive water highway, built for a single, epic purpose. Once the stones arrived, they had to be cut and carved with breathtaking precision. If you look closely at the walls of Angkor Wat, you'll see that the stone blocks fit together so perfectly, like a giant, seamless puzzle. You could barely slide a piece of paper between them. And here's the kicker. There are no signs of iron saw marks. So how did they do it? The prevailing theory is that they used a combination of techniques. Skilled artisans would have used bronze chisels for the rough shaping. For the fine, smooth finish, they likely used a method called sand abrasion, where wet sand was rubbed between the stones to grind them down. Some experts even suggest they might have used heat treatment, rapidly heating and cooling the rock to create precise cracks. The result is carvings so intricate and detailed that they almost look machine-made, a testament to the incredible skill of the Khmer craftsmen. But the Khmer Empire's mastery of water went far beyond just transporting stones. The entire city of Angkor was built around a massive water management system. Angkor Wat itself is surrounded by a colossal moat, which is more than just a defensive barrier. This moat, along with huge reservoirs called baris and a web of canals, was a critical piece of engineering. This water system helps stabilize the sandy soil the temple is built on, preventing it from sinking or shifting. It also regulated the water table, providing a steady supply for agriculture during the dry season and preventing catastrophic flooding during the monsoons. This level of hydraulic engineering was centuries ahead of its time, turning a challenging environment into a thriving, sustainable metropolis. Then there's the temple's perfect alignment. Angkor Wat isn't just randomly placed, it's a cosmic diagram carved in stone. The main tower aligns perfectly with the sunrise during the spring equinox. The entire complex is a map of the Hindu universe, with its towers representing the peaks of Mount Meru, the mythical home of the gods. This suggests the builders had an incredibly advanced understanding of astronomy, mathematics, and sacred geometry. They knew the Earth's movement and could calculate celestial events with astonishing accuracy. They weren't just building a temple, they were creating a connection between heaven and earth. One of the most brilliant and most hidden feats of engineering lies beneath the temple. Angkor Wat was built on loose, sandy ground, which is a terrible foundation for a massive stone structure. So how has it survived for nearly 900 years, enduring monsoons and even earthquakes? The secret is in its foundation. The Khmer engineers dug deep into the ground and created a layered foundation of sand, clay, and a local material called laterite. This combination acts like a giant shock absorber. When the ground gets saturated with water during the rainy season, the foundation helps manage the pressure. It allows the ground to move and settle without cracking the massive stone structure above it. It's a forgotten engineering technique that is both simple and incredibly effective. What's truly mind-boggling is the speed at which Angkor Wat was built. Most cathedrals in Europe took centuries to complete, but estimates suggest Angkor Wat was finished in just 30 to 35 years. This would have required an immense workforce, estimated at around 300,000 laborers, along with thousands of skilled artisans, engineers, and architects. The level of organization and logistics needed to manage a project of this scale is staggering. It was the equivalent of an ancient megaproject, requiring sophisticated planning, resource management, and a highly disciplined labor force. They were not just builders, they were master project managers. So, with all this evidence, we're still left with questions. What specific tools did they use? While we know they had chisels, the sheer scale and precision suggest they must have had other lost technologies. Theories include simple but effective wooden cranes and pulley systems for lifting the heavy blocks into place. They may have used advanced water lifting devices to manage water levels at the construction site, and their incredible accuracy implies they had sophisticated measurement tools that haven't survived the centuries. Because these tools were likely made of wood and rope, they have long since decomposed, leaving their technology a mystery truly lost to time. In recent years, modern technology has started to peel back the layers of this ancient mystery. Using LiDAR, a remote sensing technology that can see through dense jungle canopies, archaeologists have discovered a vast, sprawling urban landscape hidden around Angkor Wat. They found evidence of roads, canals, and smaller temples, revealing that the Khmer Empire was one of the most advanced and extensive urban civilizations of its time. This technology confirms that the engineering brilliance seen in Angkor Wat was not an isolated event, but the pinnacle of a highly developed society. Modern engineers are still studying Angkor Wat's construction, learning lessons from its sustainable design and long-lasting engineering. In the end, Angkor Wat is so much more than just a beautiful temple. It's a monument to human ingenuity and evidence of an extraordinary level of scientific and engineering knowledge that, in many ways, we've forgotten. While we've uncovered many of its secrets, much of its construction technology remains unexplained, a puzzle waiting to be solved. Who knows what other secrets are still buried beneath the soil, waiting for the next generation of explorers and scientists to discover. Thanks for watching. If you're fascinated by the mysteries of ancient engineering like I am, be sure to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the wonders of the past.